Hi everybody. In case you can't see, we're here in Broome. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's
good light in Broome.
There is good light in Broome. Welcome to vlog number 10. Oh my gosh, we've been doing this now for nearly 20 weeks.
10 episodes, I would say.
I would say.
Yeah.
So this is part 2 of our cruisy one. By the end, I'm imagining you'll probably have some gardening-y stuff, but not yet. So it's been an interesting couple of days. There was a second emergency evacuation. We don't have video this time, I don't think, do we? No, I don't know.
Video, photos.
No, we got photos. So we did get to Broome, yay! And we'll upload images and maybe even some video from that later today. Apart from that, we're heading home. Mark's off for another week and a bit
tomorrow.
So
2 sea days and then back to Fremantle and then back home on Saturday.
Yeah, it sort of seems really strange that we're at this end. But anyway, so we're going off. We've got some photos to do tonight. We're going to Angelo's for dinner. There'll be lots to see. I imagine the puppies will be pleased to see us when we get home too. But anyway,
besides the King's coronation, Saturday's International World Naked Gardening Day.
Yes.
For those who partake in a bit of gardening.
Yes. Anyway, as always, remember if you enjoy our video to like, to share, subscribe to the channel. Remember to click that notification bell and leave us a message because we always like to talk to people. And on that note, we'll see you as we go along.
Bye.
Open water. And the island that's existing all by itself is called Steep Island. It stands off Raft Point. And the cave paintings just to the south in a steep crevice that goes right up to the top of the island, the mainland rocks. So Raft Point's the very western point, and Steep Island is not the highest point of the rocky outcrops there. The rocks just to the south of it are, and just to the west of that really high cliffy part is you'll see the green growth going up in a V into the side of the cliff, and that's where the paintings are. It is a crocodile breeding ground, one of the most prolific breeding grounds in the Kimberley. There are a number of...
We're passing the Broome International Airport.
A flight to Singapore. Indonesia and what have you.
Okay.
I said, where would you fly to? Singapore, Indonesia?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. That's what they called it on the map. Okay, we got the pilot ship coming along. We're out of Broome Harbour and we're coming to pick up the pilot. We think he's been running parallel to the ship since we left the harbour, and he's slowed right down. He looks like he's getting ready to do his stuff.
There's a red light
Be cool, huh?
Hey?
Be cool.
And he's on.
He's on.
Well done.
And off he goes. So we're in the Bathurst Island group, aren't we? Yeah. So our mate ship's captain's pilot is bringing us up through the islands, and we're on the ocean side, but this is one of the little many islands. I'll zoom out a bit. Yep, it's pretty cool. Yeah. You can see in there, like in between the little island, a little beach and a little bay inside the island itself, which is pretty cool. Just coming up towards the end of the islands, these little group of islands, and there's some more like it just up further. Our last sea day, and whilst we're looking at
Over there.
a lot of water, there he is.
There? 3 or 4.
There, got him.
Hey!
Dolphins in the water. There we go. He's they're hard to spot. They're up and down in the water, but we just got one. There's a group of them. Well,
A
pod. But yeah, they're just very. There is another one.
Yes, 2.
Very hard to see. They just break the water very quickly.
There? He's just under the water. I can still see him.
Okay. Got the wobbles because I haven't got the tripod out. We've started packing up for the disembarkation tomorrow. So it's Thursday, and we're looking at a ship. Big ship. It's just off our port bow, starboard bow, starboard aft, port aft.
The Klingons?
The Klingons on the starboard bow. Yeah, I don't know what side are we on. We're on the port side. We're on starboard side. Totally knew that. Anyway, yeah, there he is. Big cool. Starboard aft. There he is.
So here we are. We're heading for home. On the road again. No, we're not going to sing the song. It's
50 from Yarraman.
Yeah, we're 50 from Yarraman. It's been a long day of travelling. We'll be really pleased to be home. We'll try and do a quick video, maybe tomorrow we'll have a look at the yard, see what's happened while we've been away. Apparently Nathan and Charlotte have kept the plants alive, so that's a big bonus, they told us. So yeah, so anyway, it's Saturday, nearly 5:30, and it's getting dark, so we'll talk to you again soon. Okay, we're outside. We're about to plant 2 more trees. So what are we planting, Mr. Pitt?
Dorset golden apples.
So we have
2 of those, and then we're going to get 2 Annas and 2 Granny Smiths.
So I'll give us 6 apple trees. And why have we got the Anna?
Cross-pollinate.
Okay, so this is the first one. The second, the Anna will go there. There's the second golden, Dorset golden. The next Anna will go there. The 2 Granny Smiths beyond, they're actually self-fertile, so we don't need to worry about those. We've also got some pears coming. We've got another cherry. We've got 2 apricots on the way as well. So we're getting there. The plants are coming along nicely. Pardon?
Might be able to put some in between for some big gaps.
Well, they really need 2 meters between,
Okay.
is what I've read.
Okay. Well, here we are, home. 2 weeks away, and first real day into the garden. Nicola's planting
Romanesco
broccoli. Try and picture. Yep, yay! So, in with the cabbages. We haven't had too bad. Things have survived. Crash. Digging fork just fell over. It is cold as a frog's left foot here today. It is very nippy. We've had wind. So the old tomatoes and this one are on their last gasp, so they're still trying to produce the odd tomato here and there that the birds haven't got.
Little greenhouse.
So we've got 2 new ones that we're going to put into a, I don't know if you can see it, over behind the lemongrass, behind the passion fruit. There he is in the middle, into that little greenhouse, and we'll try and keep them going. But look what's happened while we're away. Chilies everywhere. So we got, that's our really old bush was just had we salvaged from last year, as is this one. He's a 2-year-old one, and he's got, oh, there he is. Some coming back on again. The capsicums have been going. Those ones a bit had it. He's not going to be any good. Same with him. But it's still producing green capsicums. The birds that we stopped them getting into some of the other areas have decided that they actually don't mind capsicum now, since it's easy to get. So they've been chewing them up a bit. We've got these fellas. There's a mass of them. They've come up. And the black capsicum that we bought, pot black chili, oh, not capsicum, chili, whoop, there he is. So they're starting to ripen, and you can see how they're going red. So that's the chilies we're about to harvest. And we're about to do peanuts. So we'll get on to that in the next video. And there's, oh, look at our cabbage. He's going so well. And the birds, the net's been doing the job, been keeping the birds out. Though we will have to dust again because they have got the caterpillars back in.
So this is the Brussels sprout bed, and these are the really weirdy looking little Brussels sprouts we bought. Now, no, they're not the world's best, but A, they were about all we could get, and B, hopefully we should be able to fill up all the gaps in here now. So there's Mr. Pitt, and he's about to uncover, okay.
Black Panther.
About to uncover the net, like undo the net, so we can start.
We're a couple of days late.
All right, what are we doing, Mr. Pitt?
Harvesting peanuts.
So these have been in for,
Well, that should be pretty close to
4 or 5 months.
Easily.
So
9 months. September, maybe?
I don't know.
August?
I'd have to check in my book.
Yep.
So anyway, so it's time to pull them out. We've been keeping an eye on them, checking them regularly, and today's the day.
Seeing who's been naughty and nice.
So, not particularly good soil, but that's not a bad thing. Apparently they do like, oh, look at Hold it up.
Just getting all the, we planted them in the forest.
There you go. So there we go. That's our first peanuts at this house. We actually did grow peanuts many, many years ago when we lived in Cooktown.
And Gander, we had a
And Gander we had a batch too, but we did much better in Cooktown. But oh yeah, that's a nice looking worm. Put him back.
Yeah, no, he goes back.
Yeah,
Good. So
we like worms.
Like forest. It's got.
This is that really old
compost.
wood mulch that we bought when we first moved here, because we were looking for something really quick and cheap and that we could get straight away to get stuff established. Wasn't the best, but it did the job. But we won't be buying that again simply because we don't need to go that route again.
And peanuts aren't a nut, they're a legume.
Or a fruit.
Oh, a fruit?
A fruit.
Oh, okay.
Because technically the nut is a fruit.
But yeah, these are a legume.
Yeah, but they're also technically a fruit.
Okay, but they're not a nut.
But the really good thing is they don't need really good soil. They like sandy, kind of low-fed soil. So that's what they got here.
And they got nitrogen into the soil.
They're nitrogen fixers. So,
yeah,
yep. So go with the next lot, Mr. Moo.
I'm just checking there wasn't. Look at there.
That's lovely.
Anything under there?
So we'll keep going. We'll get these harvested up. Please don't break my bed.
What bed?
Yeah, my garden bed.
Oh, that bed. I always get that confused.
And we'll be back to show you what we harvested.
And look at this one.
Oh, yeah, good thing I haven't turned off yet. Do you want to get the little handle on the little fork under it? No.
Look at him. They're not very big shells, but they'll have a nut in them each.
Yep. Okay. We'll be back.
Very cool. Okay, you can see that's our trolley or basket full of peanuts. There's peanuts everywhere in there. Some produce more than others. A lot of leaf.
Some got eaten out.
Some got eaten out. There's little holes in them, so we must have had a weevil or some sort of a bug.
Something drilled them.
Yeah, so we'll go and find a place for them to dry. They need about a week to cure. So dry and cure on the bush. So don't pull them off the bushes when you first pull them out the ground. And we'll show you the end result once we're done. We got some begonia cuttings from Mum's. So they've been sort of kept in water while we've been away. And Nicola's just filling up some pots. And we're going to put them in the pot and a bit of rooting gel and see if we can strike a couple.
Well, it's we've been home about a week and a half, and in that week and a half we've been really busy. So since then we actually have purchased 2 tomatoes, and we'll actually keep these undercover for the winter because they're obviously frost intolerant. So we have a Gross Lissy and we have a Roma, and then here, these funny weedy looking things, these are actually First Fleet lettuce. Now I was given those on Australia Day, and I was told that they're to go in April. I was a little bit late getting them in, but they're going okay. We will need to give them some more sunlight, but right now the idea is just to protect them as much as possible because we've had a couple of very light frosts. Apart from that, the peanuts have been sitting and drying for a week, and so I suppose today we'll need to check them and see. Look at that, it's a nice dry looking peanut. So we should be able to actually take the peanuts off later today. Apart from that, I've got some blueberries. Oh hang on, I'll come back because in case you can't hear me. I got some blueberries for Mother's Day, so we're making a plan, and they're actually going to go where we had all the zucchinis and things. That was not a good spot. So what we're going to do, we've got a pH test kit. We're going to do a pH test on it next week. We're going to add whatever we need to the soil, and then we're going to actually put all 4 blueberries along that fence line. We'll probably get another 2 to round that out, so it'll give us 6 blueberry bushes along the fence. Yes, I will need to get something to keep the birds out of them.
Okay, just watering the roses, and this is Peterbrook rose that Mum got me for a birthday a little while back. Anyway, I think this might be our last one of the year, But look at the flower on that. He had a bit of a rocky old start. This one, we've had a bit of trouble. We've had a lot of black spot this year. He needs a good trim, so we're just waiting for him to hibernate a little bit, tidy him up. But yeah, so he nearly died a couple of times on me, but anyway, we've held in there. Needs desperately to be repotted, so we're going to put him in the ground out here in the rose area. And I have told you already, but just going to see how it goes. We've not had a lot of luck with garlic over the years. So I picked up a second-hand book, companion planting, one of the companion plantings, and it says roses love garlic. He's in bad shape, so he needs a bit of love. I need to trim him back and tidy him up. These are some of the ones that were here when we got here, so they do need a fair bit of work and a good trim. But yes, anyway, we've planted some garlic in between and just seeing how that will go. And we've got all our potted roses out here now, so we're going to, again, when it's the right time, it's mid-April now, the Albertine will crawl over that arch, as you can see. But when they all hibernate a little bit more, probably when we come back from the next couple of weeks holiday, we'll trim them all up, plant them all out, and get them ready for next year.
Hello, it's
Now,
hello, it's Sunday morning.
you're coughing there. You got a bit of dust in the air.
Yeah. So what we've done is when we were out at Big W of all places during the week, we found this standard rose. Now we're preparing it. Came in this pack. It's always a bit cruel to put them in those because then they put these cable ties on. But anyway, it is actually starting to look wilty. We can't leave it any longer. So I've put a cap of sea salt in the bucket. We'll probably do about half a bucket of water, and then I'll unwrap it and we'll put it in it so that it can absorb all the nutrients. And then whatever's left will actually go into the hole that we use for the rose. Yeah. Okay, so I've actually just cut off the other cable tie. Now, cable ties are particularly bad for roses because they will damage the stems. And I read somewhere this last week, not to use stockings as well because they'll ride up and down. But to be fair, stockings are better than a cable tie because a cable tie will do quite a bit of damage to the stems. So here I've got half a bucket of sea salt. Just going to unwrap the rose. Now it'll be wrapped in, oh my gosh, lots and lots and lots of wood shavings. Like that. It's just fallen all over me. We need to clear all of those wood shavings away. Being very gentle so you don't damage the roots. Stick it straight in the bucket. Now, we'll take the okay, it is looking a little bit wilty. It's probably had as long as you would leave it for in the plastic. This one here, this is a Floribunda Bridal Pink standard rose. So Floribunda meaning that it'll have lots and lots of flowers. Okay, so now I have a huge mess here. I'll need to get it cleaned up.
Okay, we've got Nicola's just emptying out the bucket. The standard that we were showing you before
Bridal Pink
is in the ground. So giving him a drink, got him planted. It is, I'll show you, a lovely cloudy day. We've had drizzly rain, not a lot, be only a 1 or 2 mil in it, but it's been just a beautiful day of light drizzle, and yeah, so one down.
Okay, so here we are at the end of the episode. As you can see, it's been a bit of a mishmash. We had the last of the cruise video. We've had some stuff that we've done in the garden here. We've been doing a little bit of planning work. We've also done a photo book. I'll show you that in a couple of weeks when it arrives, of our cruise, because that's what we tend to do when we go away on these things. We've got peanuts that we need to go through today. We've got a fair bit happening, and we've actually started to make the plan for next fortnight. We've got to do stuff with the tulips and the daffodils.
Start getting it ready, yeah.
Need to go through, have a look at the hyacinths and the irises. So they're starting to come up, but we'll show you that next fortnight.
Tulips and the daffies have been in the fridge mostly, what are we now, May?
Yeah.
About second week April.
Yeah, so just over a month. So they'll be ready to go out very soon. So we're going to do a little bit of planning around that first. We've got the first of the apples that are out, and you will see that in this episode. So, as always, our life is just busy, 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 but we're getting there. So, anything else you want to add?
Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Woohoo!
Yeah, no,
and even if you're not a mother and you're a female, happy Females Day.
And it's raining in the background. Not very heavy. It's been drizzling all day, but it's just lovely. It's just really nice weather.
Actually, it was a good day. We put a rose out today too, so great weather for putting a rose out. Okay, well, that's me.
All right.
Okay, so remember to like the video, please. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because that helps us to get found. Remember to hit that notification bell and tell it all notifications. And if you've got a comment for us, suggestions, advice, we're always willing to listen to advice. And we'll talk to you again very soon. Bye from me.
Bye.